This is a training session for ConnectBLC to show you a little bit about some of the tips and tricks for doing a map search for a property. To start a map search, we start out here on our dashboard and we go to search, general search, and the type of property that we're interested in. So this time I'll choose residential. And once we've chosen the property, the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to put in any of our search parameters that we want. So let's say we want property that's $400,000 or less in cost, and we want active properties for this search. And then instead of searching for a specific area or city or county or zip code, what we're going to do is we're going to do a map search. And so up here at the very top where it says map boundaries, click here to draw or select boundaries. So if I click on that, it pulls up my map. And it takes a minute here for it to pull up. And so there we go. And it's centered on Indianapolis, Indiana. However, I mean, we could zoom in to get it to go where we want it to go and drag and go, or we could just center on. So we could center on a specific address by typing an address in here. We could zoom in on a city. So we could zoom in on Carmel or Fishers. Or let's say, that our client wants to find a house that is near the Indianapolis Sailing Club. So I can just type in Indianapolis Sailing Club. Okay, and hit enter. And it will now center the map on the Indianapolis Sailing Club. And I can zoom out from that to get a bigger picture of what's around the Indianapolis Sailing Club and listings that meet my criteria. So for instance, here's one here, and there are two there that are near the Geist area that would meet my search parameters. Now, from this point, then I can search. I can use various tools to search. I can use a polygon. I can use a search radius. I can use a square or rectangle boundary. So I have the ability to be able to use whatever type of search that I want. Let's say that I want to search radius. So if I click that, then it gives me how many miles. So it asks me down here, how many miles search radius do I want? So I tell it I want within 4 miles. And so within 4 miles, it shows me what my map is. So in order to choose that 4 miles, I just click on it. And now it tells me there's 41 matches. So there are 41 homes that are within 1 mile of the reservoir that I could search for. Now, I can clear this map. And when I clear it, you have to recenter it. So whenever you clear a map, you have to recenter it. So I just type in Indianapolis Sailing Club and hit enter. Takes me right back to the Indianapolis Sailing Club. And so I'm back to the map. Let's say I want to draw, instead of the map that I had before, I want a polygon. So I come in here and I click, maybe I want it to start here and come down to here and go over to here and maybe up to here. And then I want it over here. And then I come back here. And when I click on finish, it applies that to my map. And it shows me that I have 10 matches within that given area. Now I can edit this shape by clicking the edit button, and I can drag these corners to select different areas. So if I want this to go up here a little bit more, and then once I've done that, if I hit apply, it will now show me that I have 11 matches. I've included some additional matches in here from that. So there we go. And now I can take a look if I want of the list of those properties. So I hit show list and it takes me to a list view here. And I have different ways to view it. I can view it like this. I can use these little squares. I can use bigger squares. So those are some of the ways that I can view them, or I can go through detail reports for each one. This is usually a pretty useful view right here. And so I can, as I hover over these, you'll notice that it shows me on the map where these homes are located by highlighting the area over on the map. So when I do something over here, you can see it does it on the map. Okay, so that's how I can do properties on the map. I can click on one of these, all right, and it's going to zoom in on that particular property for me, and it also shows it on the map over here. If I close out of that, then I can zoom in on another property if I want, and it will take me to that map there. I can hide the map if I want, so that I'm just looking at the property details. At this stage, I can select properties that I might be interested in, and I can come up here and I could email those 3 properties that I've selected. I could print them. I could save them as a favorite. I could go to Broker Bay and schedule appointments for these properties. I can download them. And one of the most important things I can do with them is I can save them for a client search. So if I come in here and I hit the save button, then it's going to allow me to save these and either email them to a client or set it up as a client search, as an automated client search. I showed you how to do that in a previous video. So that's the essential way to search with a map search, and it allows you to use a variety of boundary areas. So you can do a circular boundary, you can do an adjusted boundary. So you have various different methods of doing your search. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I'd be glad to handle any questions for you. Thanks for listening.